Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James, where I awaken the astrologer within you. Listen, I really do feel that before a time of like iPhones and iPads and this and that, we were a culture and a society and a people that were better able to attune ourselves to the languages of the stars, you know? And it was with that language that we were able to interpret our maps and our blueprints, our birth charts, to see what the universe wanted from us and see our gifts and our talents and where we needed to focus on. That way we undid our karma and we got to our dreams further and faster. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. So today we're gonna get into Venus in the 5th house, and this gives me very much like, you know, womanizer vibes. This gives me very much man-eater vibes. This gives me a flirt of all time. But before we get into that, before we unpack all of that, let's go ahead and just separate the aspects. That way we are better able to take each aspect, and when we see them in someone else's birth chart or in a different area of our birth chart, we're better able to go, oh my God, okay, that's giving Venus energy. All right, that's giving 5th house energy, right? That way we're able to take these aspects and not just see them in our chart, but we see them in the world. You know, we see it playing out in the universe, and that way we're able to just become our own astrologer in a sense, you know? Now, Venus in the birth chart is always going to indicate where you have been blessed, where grace and ease has been given to you, where in the birth chart have you, like when I see Venus in the 5th house, Venus in the birth chart, I go, okay, this person, when they do this thing that Venus is pointing to, people go, it's just, you've been given grace. And sometimes it's so much grace to the point where you don't have to lift the finger for it. It's that thing where you don't even have to lift your finger for it, and it just is the way it is. It's that area of your life that is easy for you. It's graceful for you. It's like you don't have to think twice about it, and it's always pans out and works out in your favor when you do that thing that Venus is pointing to. This also shows me where your lover will be, the love style that you like to receive and attract, and it will also be your love nature and your love style that you give out. It'll also show me kind of the dynamic of you and your partner and where you will meet your partner depending on where it is in the birth chart. Now, when we go into the 5th house is dating, 5th house is romance, 5th house is fun. It's like, I don't know why I always think about the 5th house of like a date and then a club. I don't know why I think about that. Like the 5th house just makes me think of like the dates I go on and the clubs I'm in with my friends. And that's what 5th house energy is. It's ruled by Leo, it's ruled by the sun. So it's the fun in your life. It's like when you call up your friends and you're like, oh my God, let's go have brunch, or like, let's go do this, let's go do that. Whenever you are out doing your thing, depending on the sign that is in your 5th house will be the atmosphere and the dynamic that plays out when you go out and have fun. Does that make sense? Or when you date. Yeah? So depending on the sign that's in there will color how you date, how you have fun. Now, we're not getting into signs today, we're getting into Venus. Venus, when it's dropped in the 5th house, is going to mean that you are very blessed in the area of your dating life and your romance and your fun. When you go out, it's like, I can imagine when you go out, you probably get into VIP clubs without you even lifting a finger. Or when you go out, you can skip the line and like people don't really fight you, or you get a free drink here and there, or like it's things like that. Like when you go out, not only are you gorgeous and beautiful when you go out and when you date and when you have romantic partners, but when you go out, there's a sense of ease and grace and doors open for you, and like you always know that when you go out, you just have the best time. I'm kind of jealous of this placement because this is like Venus conjunct the sun. You know, when Venus is in the house of the sun of Leo, it's like, oh my God, how can you just have the most fun? I'm pretty sure you are so fun to be around as well, because you are probably like the life of the party, or you're that person that brings everyone together and is just like, let's go out and just have the best time. Let's just do this, and like, let's not think about tomorrow. We're gonna have the best time ever, me and my friends. Now, also, you're probably someone that loves to date. You're probably a serial dater. You probably love dating and Tinder and this and that, and you just date. You can't not date. Like, you are just always on a date, and dating comes easy to you. Like, it's, again, flirting and being flirty and like being like courted, that comes easy to you. You know how some people like have such a hard time dating? For you, you're like, I can't relate. Like, people just love me. Like, people just want to take me out, and I want to take people out on dates, and like, I'm just always well received when I'm on a date. When you are on a date, you show up the most beautiful. In your relationships, your romantic relationships, you show up so beautifully and gracefully, and like, I'm pretty sure you probably got married at an early age, or you probably just found yourself in relationships with people at an early age, like romantic relationships at an early age. This house in the 5th house also indicates your creativity. It also indicates your children and your intelligence, so you're probably blessed in all of those areas as well. When it comes to your creativity, you are probably a very creative person. You're probably very artistic. This gives me very much like you can be an actor or a singer or a painter or a dancer. This could also give me the indication that you probably attract very harmonious and beautiful partners. Like, the partners that you attract are always handsome or gorgeous or just very like nice to you. They're very, very nice and like always want to do things for you or smooth the situation out for you. Like, you guys can't be mad at each other for too long. And as far as your intelligence, you're going to be a very intelligent person. You're going to be somebody that is very, very, very intelligent. Very in your intelligence, you're probably very artistically and creatively savvy, if that makes sense. Like, this gives me like fashion design vibes, or like, yeah, like fashion. It gives me that fashion and like clothing and interior design. Yeah, so this is a very blessed placement. I'm kind of jealous. Your children are going to be beautiful. Your children are going to be really good, very well mannered. Like, hello, can I have a little, can you let me know in the comments right now, what does your Venus in the 4th house, what sign is 5th house, what is the sign that it's in? What sign is your Venus in the 5th house? Is it a Pisces? Is it a Leo? Is it like, let me know, and I'll write down in the comments a little tidbit about what that could mean or what that could be for you, okay? But yeah, that is such a beautiful placement. I would really say, you know, try not to date to the point where you tire yourself out. I'm probably sure that you are, this could also mean someone that, you know, when you do go out, or when you are out or in your romantic partnerships, you probably can be someone that goes with the flow a little too much. Like, you are willing to sacrifice yourself for your partner, or just like, if you have a problem, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna bring it up. Like, no, I just want to keep things peaceful. I want to keep this person liking me, so I'm not gonna have an issue. There is a way, listen, there is a way to get through conflict in a diplomatic way, you know, without being a doormat. And I don't know why I needed to say that, but I just did. But anyway, yeah, that was my Venus in the 5th house video. What a lucky, beautiful, blessed placement. Continue to go out, continue to have fun, and I'm sure this is also a way you make your money. And just keep doing you, all right, my Venus in the 5th housers. I will see y'all on the next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye.